Oh, what's up, my brothers? How we doing today, guys? I'm really excited about this one because I think I legitimately found Dr. Squatch's pine tar killer, the murderer, the suspect. I think I found a legit rival, a legit nemesis, if you will. Regardless, either way, I think by the end of the video, so make sure you stick around, but you're gonna see what I'm talking about, and I think you might end up agreeing with me. So with that being said, let's just drop that music and let's get right into this bad boy. Now you're probably sitting there wondering, Nick, what on earth are you talking about? Don't worry, be patient. I promise you I'm gonna break down the soap as I always do. But this week we're kicking it again with Sudsy Bear's Old Forest Pine Tar. So let's start this review all by taking a closer look or zooming in on the soap and the packaging, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. So let's move right along.
If you love me, I hope it never ends. Let's be more than friends, yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day, yeah. So hold me tight through the...
And there you have it, guys. That is what the soap and the packaging looks up close and personal. Again, the packaging, we have that thin paper sleeve, very simple but very cool looking vintage style logo with a little bear taking a shower. And guys, how cool does that bar soap look, right? I love charcoal soaps. I love that deep, rich black color they give off. And here you can see like the little white specks of the oatmeal. And I don't know if you can see it in the video. I tried to zoom in, but it's really hard to see. But if you notice closely, like there's like what looks like these like little black beads, little specks in the soap. That's actually pumice powder. It's actually an additional exfoliator on top of the oatmeal. So this is, without a question, an exfoliating bar if you're curious about that. Sweet deal, guys. Now that we saw the packaging and the bar soap, let's move on to the next part of the video where we're gonna start talking about those ingredients. And we'll go on from there. So you and I are moving right along to the ingredients part of the video, and I'm gonna go ahead and put these ingredients on the screen for you and I to take a closer look and see what we are working with. And my brothers, my members of the jury, this is where I begin my argument for the Old Forest Pine Tar to potentially be a more superior soap than Dr. Squatch's Pine Tar. In Exhibit A, we have 5 different powerful moisturizing oils. That's almost double of Dr. Squatch's oils. Here we have olive, we have coconut, we have sustainable palm oil, we also have castor, and we even have hemp seed oil. Now these are very powerful moisturizing oils that are fantastic for your skin. And Exhibit B, as you can tell, we also have a lot of different essential oils. Now, Squatches also have these essential oils, so it's kind of, so there it's, now look, to be fair though, both the Old Forest Pine Tar by Sudsy Bear and the Pine Tar by Dr. Squatch both feature the same essential oils. So they're both on an even playing field there. However, there's a big difference here. There's one significant ingredient, you're probably seeing it, and if you haven't, I'll point it out to you. Dr. Squatch has a fragrance oil. Now, I think it's curious that all their other soaps say natural fragrance, but here it only says fragrance. I don't know. I'm assuming it could potentially be a natural fragrance oil. On the other hand, with Sudsy Bear, we don't even have a fragrance oil. We don't have anything added. The scent that is derived, that is being given off here, is purely coming from the essential oils from the soap itself. So it's a pretty powerful difference there. And I would even argue that this soap's safer. So sweet deal, my brothers, those are the ingredients for the Old Forest Pine Tar by Sudsy Bear. As you can tell, it makes a pretty powerful statement here. But with that being said, let's move on to the next part of the video where we're gonna do a sniff test, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how this bar soap smells like. So hey, if you find yourself asking yourself, are you telling yourself, but man, Nick, I really like the way Dr. Squatch's Pine Tar smells. I got you, homie. Look at me. I got you. Trust me. This soap here, the Old Forest Pine Tar by Sudsy Bear, smells exactly like it. Exactly like it. There is a slight nuance, and I think it's that fragrance oil that Squatch uses in theirs. And I would argue here, Sudsy's Bear Pine Tar actually smells more natural in this case. I got you, homie. This soap smells fantastic. And hey, if this is the first time we're meeting, thank you so much. I'm Natural Soap Man, by the way, and appreciate you giving me some of your time. Now look, if this is the first time we're meeting, this is how I like to do things. I like to classify different pine soaps. It helps me keep track of everything. But this is something I would consider a non-true pine tar. Now, that does not mean good or bad. That's just my way of categorizing different pine tar soaps. All I mean by true and non-true is where it's pine tar takes center stage. There's a lot of pine tar here, right? You got like 30% pine tar, and that's it's a very strong pine tar. Pine tar is described by smoky woodsy, and is a very masculine, very strong smell. And as the case it is, as a non-true pine tar, the pine tar really just takes a back seat, and your vocal points are on other scents, like in this case, the orange essential oils and the pine essential oils. Ultimately, the best way to describe these types of soaps is a deep, rich pine forest smelling type of soap. Okay, my friends, so hopefully that gives you a better idea of what the soap actually smells like. Let's go ahead and do a lather test, see how the bad boy actually lathers, and then we'll come back and do some concluding thoughts and give you my final recommendations on this soap. So let's move right along.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends. Let's be more than friends. Yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day. Yeah. So hold me tight through the.
All right, bringing it back home, as you can tell, the 04's Pine Tar had a really nice lather, which is to be expected when you have all those different oils, especially that coconut oil. That coconut oil is what gives you a really rich, creamy lather, but all the other oils really complement everything well, but it's always just really good to see when we get a good lather. All right, my friend, let's start wrapping up the video and start doing some concluding thoughts here. We saw the soap itself and the packaging, both look really cool. The ingredients, absolutely sensational. Everything's organic, everything's all natural, no fragrance oils or anything synthetic. We even have 5 different oils, which is more than most companies. And my boys, our killer here smells absolutely incredible, as it smells very similar to Dr. Squatch's Pine Tar, but I would even argue that it smells much more natural, as there's no fragrance oils added here. The scent is purely derived from the essential oils, making it that much more all natural and that much more safer, and I would argue that is incredibly awesome on behalf of Sudsy Bear. Good job. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, Nick, how did the soap perform? And I'm glad you're asking, because the soap actually did very well. It did beautiful even. I would say it performed pretty similar, very similar actually, to the the Big Wood Buck Hunter soap that we reviewed last week. And if you want to check that out, I'll leave the link in the description below for you to go check that review. I'd highly encourage you to do, because that soap was also really flipping awesome. So the 04's Pine Tar is going to cost you $9. It's also going to come in at a 6.25 ounces. Now this is where it gets a little weird, because on the website it says 6.75 ounces. Now it could be old pictures and the website just needs to be updated. That's fair enough. And I hope that's the case, because if not, I don't think that's really cool or acceptable. Because if I am being told one thing and I buy it, but I'm getting something different, that's a little bit of misdirection, a little mismarketing there, and I don't think that's really cool by any means. I don't care who you are, that's just not cool. Now, they do offer free shipping handling if you make a purchase over $50. And what's also cool, if it's your first purchase, they'll offer you a discount of 20% off of your first purchase. So that's really cool too. They also offer a loyalty program. Basically, it's a point system. So the more products you buy, the more points you get. You can take those points and apply it to a discount or coupon or some sort of whatever, some type of reward. So that's really cool too. And if you're looking to save a little bit extra money, you can also consider subscribing, and there you can save 15%. So that leaves me with my final question to you guys. What do you think about Sudsy's Bare Old Forest Pine Tar? Have you tried it before? And if you didn't, do you plan on trying it for yourself? And if you do try it, please let us all know. Share in the comments, share with everybody what's your thoughts on it. Do you think it's a better soap than Dr. Squatch's Pine Tar? Or am I just out of my mind? Either way, let me know. I'm super curious what everyone thinks. But guys, once again, my name is Natural Soap Man. It was a pleasure serving you guys with another review. I'll see you next week, where we're going to be coming one more time back to Sudsy Bear, and we'll be kicking it with a Swamp Dweller. So, but till then, guys, you take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
It's just us two.